Okay, it's time for some piano. Let's see here. There it is. Hey everybody, welcome, welcome. It is time for children's piano and I'm so excited to be here with you today. It's gorgeous outside. It's like sunny and nice and cool, a little bit warm. And I'm just really excited. It's springtime, right? So we've got to like celebrate that. So you see my new tapestry? Looks nice. Well, before we get started here, if you don't mind liking and sharing this video, that helps me reach even more people that are looking for piano lessons from a teacher like me. All right. The next thing you can do, of course, don't forget to subscribe, right? Like we're live right here on YouTube. But subscribe, the button is right underneath this video. That way you can get notified every time there is a new piano lesson, and you know exactly what's coming up in the schedule, okay? Awesome. After that, also hop onto our Discord server. We have so much fun on Discord and we're like nearing 300 members, which is fantastic, right? There's a lot of people learning piano at different paces and in different classes. So everybody's separated out. You get to know your classmates a little bit better. You get to ask questions, post videos of yourself playing piano. It's really, really fun. So I would love to see you on Discord. And then finally, I am on Patreon, right? So it's actually perfect timing because I just launched a special offer for the month of April. So if you want in on this offer, please consider joining Patreon at the $20 a month level. It's the all access level. And you are going to be getting a special YouTube shout out, a patron's choice piano lesson, and you're going to get a very special custom designed enamel pin. Okay, so this is the month to join Patreon for sure. You want to make sure that you choose that $20 a month level, okay? Thank you so much for listening. All right, so I think we're ready to get started, aren't we? Yeah, we absolutely are. So last week's music was really, really crazy, right? We learned the whirlwind, which was like whoosh, really crazy song. So pull out your lesson book, kids. There it is, the silver book. We're going to turn to page 61, okay? And on page 61 is the whirlwind, right? And we talked about the whirlwind itself being in a really strange position. It was that middle D half step position, right? So we talked about how we're now measuring distance on the piano in something called half steps, okay? Now, in order for us to find the position for this song, let's switch to piano view, okay? You ready? Let's get started. Oh, and if you're joining live, say hi. I love it when I have people saying hello. All right, let's switch. Okay, so here we are on page 61 in our lesson book. Now remember that middle D half step position is really, really weird. So let's find the middle D to start, okay? I see that middle D. I'm going to put both my thumbs. Now my finger twos are going to be on the black keys around the D because that's a half step. My threes will be on C and E. And my fours are going to be on B and F, okay? Now, the whirlwind itself is in 2/4 time. That is a little bit faster than what we're used to playing in 4/4 time, okay? We also have a big long series of eighth notes starting in the right hand. We have some interesting dynamics as well. So let's see how the whirlwind goes, okay? I'm going to count off. 1, 2, ready, play. is. I told you. Yeah, wasn't that song like kind of kooky crazy? I like it though because it really like puts that image in your head of like a tornado or a whirlwind or a dust devil, depending on where you live, right? Those things, you know how unpredictable they are, right? So with our dynamics, we were exploring how close and how far that whirlwind was to us, weren't we? It's really cool. Now, if you got through that song, I'm super proud of you. So we need like a 1-second party, especially for this one. Okay, so let's do a really fun whirlwind 1-second party. Are you ready? Let's do it. Woo! Woo! Oh, it's super silly. Like I'm dizzy. That's funny. Now I hope you enjoyed that little whirlwind 1-second party. I have a student who likes to call it the cotton candy because she envisions like a cotton candy machine and the stick going in it. You have to go around and around. So she likes to call it cotton candy. I say it's the whirlwind just because it's very similar to our song. So I hope you enjoyed that. We got to get a new song though, don't we? Yes, we do. So let's turn the page. Okay, now on page 62, we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about, okay? On page 62, we're going to learn about how to measure whole steps, okay? Now, whole steps are just as important as half steps, and I bet with a little bit of critical thinking, you can understand what a whole step is. Now, a whole step is equal to 2 half steps, right? With 1 key in between, okay? Doesn't matter if it's a black key or a white key, but when we're measuring a whole step, you're gonna think half plus half equals whole, okay? Yes, very good. Now, let's do a little exercise to see if we understand whole steps, okay? Let's switch to piano view and let's find some whole steps. Here we go. Oh, I get so giggly on Fridays. It's just being with you kids. It's always a lot of fun. Okay, so let's do whole steps, all right? Now, I want you to find a G on your piano. It doesn't matter which G. I'm going to pick this G right here, okay? Now, if I say, let's play 1 whole step higher than G, which note will we be playing? Will we be playing this black key higher? Or will we be playing this white key next to it? Now, if you said the white key on the right, you would be correct. Okay, so let's play our G. And then 1 whole step up is A. Okay, let me play that again. Okay, remember, half step, G to G sharp, that's a half step. And then another half step, G sharp to A. All right, 2 halves equals a whole. So there it is, G, A, that's a whole step. Okay, let's do another one. Okay? Let's see, can you find a D on your piano? Now I have found a D here, okay? This D is a bass clef D. Now what I want you to do is go 1 whole step lower than D. Okay, so that means we're going this way. All right, so from there we have D. Let's take it a half step down to C sharp or D flat, right? And then from that D flat, we're gonna go another half step down. Okay, so going from D to C is a whole step. Okay, very nice. Okay, couple note about whole steps, okay? Whole steps themselves can start on any key on the piano. I just happened to choose 2 different white keys, okay? But you can start on like randomly, like an F sharp or something weird, right? That's fine, as long as you're counting 1 half step, 2 half steps, 1 whole step. It'll still be considered a whole step, okay? We see this happening with our new position, okay? This new position is called middle D whole step position. Yeah, okay, so it's like last week was half step position. This week, whole step position. Do you see? Yeah, so instead of counting half steps, we're going to be counting whole steps instead, okay? So in order for us to find this position, we got to do some piano view, right? Or else you're like, Miss Izzy, I don't get it. Let's switch to piano view so you can get it, okay? All right, let's work together on this. Now, let's find that first step. We got to do that middle D first. So there, right there. Bingo, there's my middle D, okay? Now, remember what we did with half step middle D position? We had our thumbs on that D. We're going to do the same. Both thumbs on that D. I know a lot of you don't like that position. It's hard to squish our thumbs on there. But luckily, we don't have to like both play them at the same time. Now, if we see our piano map in the middle of page 62, we notice that our finger twos will be 1 whole step from D on C and E, another whole step from E and C. We have actually some black keys. F sharp in the right hand and B flat in the left hand. Now remember, I said whole steps can start from black keys too. That means that our next whole step would be these black keys. We have G sharp in the right hand and A flat in the left. And then finally, our pinkies will be on that final black key of the 3 black key group. Isn't that weird? It's very weird, but that's okay. I'm going to hold my hands here for just a little while so you can make sure you're in your spot, okay? And for those of you watching later, feel free to pause this so that you can freeze it and make sure you're there, okay? All right, now that we're there, at the bottom of page 62, there is a practice line. Okay, do you see it at the bottom? It says play and count. So we are going to play it. It follows the pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, starting with the right hand. So let's see what that first part sounds like. Ready? 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, tie 2. Now the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, and tie 2. It repeats. 2 and tie 2. Left hand. 2 and tie 2. Doesn't it sound really weird? It sounds like aliens to me, or something really cool like that, right? You never know. So, I like that. The bottom of 62, I want you to write down in your practice plan that this is your warm-up, okay? So I want you to do a real warm-up with it, right? It has a repeat sign at the bottom, but perhaps play it, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, right? That way, build an ice cream cone for your warm-up, okay? 6 scoops of ice cream, your favorite, okay? Let's move on to our song for this week, okay? Now, you're gonna be really excited because on page 63, we have a song called The Planets! Oh my gosh, it's so cool. Yes, so we will be exploring our solar system today, which is awesome, okay? This is actually really cool because here in Houston, we actually have Johnson Space Center. We have the NASA is here in Houston, you know, like in the movies when they say, Houston, we have a problem. That's here. That's like 5 minutes from my house. So that's pretty amazing. We have a lot of like NASA scientists and engineers in our town. Oh, and they are like some of the smartest people I've ever met. So I feel kind of special to teach you the planets because it's like we get to be our own little NASA engineers here at the piano. So with the planets, we're in middle D whole step position, right? Yeah, that really funky position that we just played on 62. So let's switch to piano view and let's learn this song together, okay? You can do this. All right, so I like this song quite a bit. So let's find our spot. Do you remember how to find your middle D whole step position? If you can't remember, look at 62, and then you'll see the piano map in the middle. Now I've fanned out all my fingers and they look funny, but that's okay. That's just how it goes. That's how it feels here, okay? I see that the planets says andante for our tempo. So nice walking tempo. We're beginning with 3/4 time, so 3 beats per measure. It's starting nice and piano. And even at the bottom, I see some pedal markings. So I'm going to put my right foot on that pedal on the right side, okay? If you've got a pedal on your piano, it's the furthest one to the right. And if you have a pedal that plugs into your keyboard, you can use that one as well. Make sure you use your right foot, okay? Now, if you don't have any pedals on your piano, that's okay too. I just want you to know that that is a pedal marking, okay? Now, beginning this piece, I see it's a right hand to start, okay? We're starting with the finger 5 pinky on A sharp. Ooh. And I'm going to press that pedal down. So I'm going to say my note names as I play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. A sharp, A sharp, A sharp, G sharp, G sharp, G sharp, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, E, 2, 3. Left hand. A flat, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, A flat, B flat, C, D. I see a fermata. I'm going to hold that. Now rest. Right hand finger 1 on D. D, F sharp with a B flat in the left hand. F sharp, D with a G flat in the left hand. D up to F sharp and B flat, F sharp, D and G flat. Hold. Now this is funny at the last line. D with the B flat tied, E, F sharp, G sharp, F sharp, E. Now we have a D and F sharp, 2, 3, and tie, 2, 3. Ooh, now that looks really, really funny there. We've never seen that before. Let's switch back over here. Now, do you see what happened right there? It has an orange. Play first time only. Well, what does that mean? Well, I see a repeat sign. So we're probably thinking this must mean that we only play that little section the first time that we play it, right? Because we know with our repeat sign, boing, it's going to boing us back to the beginning, right? So that's something that we need to make aware of, okay? If you've got your magic pencil, grab your pencil and make a box around those 2 measures where it says play first time only. After you do your box, it's like a time machine. You're going to draw your arrow all the way back to the beginning, okay? It's shooting you back over there, okay? Once you play the second time all the way through, we're going to use the time machine again. But look, at the last line, second measure, at the end of that second measure, we're going to leapfrog over the first ending, and we're going to skip to the second ending, which it's like an alternate ending, right? The last 2 measures at the end, okay? So let me show you what I did. So you can see my arrows, right? They look pretty funny. You can see my leapfrog too. So, my first ending, I drew my time machine box. Let me show you. There it is. Do you see my time machine box? Do you see my long arrow boinging me back to the beginning? There it is. And then, when you reach this measure here, oops, this way. This one, there's my leapfrog arrow. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. This way is my leapfrog arrow, going to the second ending, okay? All right, wonderful. Now, another thing I didn't mention, the very last line, there's a lot of stuff happening there. The left hand has one note, and we hold it forever. It's a B flat, and look how long the tie is. 3, 6, 9, 12 beats. 12 beats long. That's like forever. That's okay though, okay? We can totally do that. Now, we understand the roadmap of this song now, okay? I want to play it a second time so you know what's happening. And then you can see where I leapfrog over the first ending, and then I play the second ending. We still need to learn those notes, okay? So let's play that repeat and see how we do, okay? You guys are doing wonderfully. These songs are not easy. Okay. Gotta find my spot again. So I'm gonna fan out those fingers in my middle D whole step position. I will put my right foot on that damper pedal, and I will be beginning with my pinky finger 5 on A sharp, right hand. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. G sharp, F sharp, E, 2, 3, left hand, A flat, B flat, C, D. Fermata, release. D, F sharp, B flat. D and G flat. Oops. Oh, you see, Mrs. You made a mistake. So that finger 1 D, but I noticed that I played a 4 instead of a 5. Let me start line 3 again, okay? 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Down to G flat. There it is. I did it right. Up to F sharp and B flat. Down to D and G flat. Lift the pedal. Now we have that left hand tied note. Leapfrog. D and F sharp. But now look what happens on the second ending. Our left hand crosses over and plays an octave higher A sharp. And there it is. Okay? Let me show you that again. Let's play the last line. This is line 4. All right, let me get in my position. Very nice. We're starting with that finger 1 D and a finger 3 in the left hand tied. Let's play it. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. Leapfrog. Cross that left hand over, A sharp. Cool. Very nice. Okay, now that's a tricky song, okay? Really spend the time to figure out those notes before you attempt to try and read it without anything, right? If you need to write in some spot notes, that's perfectly fine. Whatever's gonna help you learn the song and feel most comfortable, okay? Now, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I hope you're feeling pretty good about it. Practice is going to be very important for this one because if we get our positions incorrect, it's not going to sound very good. Maybe it's like an alien attack or something. Ah! Oh no, that would not be good. We have to make sure that we are ready with all of our space defenses, okay? Excellent work on the planets, all right? Get that practice time in and you'll feel very good about it, okay? Now pull out your theory book. All right, theory time. Now, theory this week is really important. Don't think you can skip it this week, all right? So theory, I want you to turn to page 42, all right? On page 42, you're going to find the page all about whole steps, okay? Remember, whole steps equal 2 half steps, okay? So this is what the page looks like. Get that homework done, okay? You're going to be doing some coloring and drawing and naming those steps, okay? Some are half steps and some are whole steps. I need you to find what the difference is between them, okay? Very good work. Oh, you guys are so wonderful. So that concludes our music for this lesson. Wonderful work. I have a quick message, of course. I'm on Patreon, right? So I mentioned those, the special offer this month, okay? Most of my patrons, most of my 90-something patrons, they have chosen the $20 level, okay? I have a few that are in lower tiers, and then I have several that are up in the private lessons tier at the $90. But mostly everybody's choosing $20 a month. So I made this special offer very, I guess, appealing. So that way, some of you that are out there understand that the value of what I'm bringing is equivalent to around $20 a month. I know that there are piano learning apps out there around $20 a month. I've seen it. There's been several of my now students had tried to do a piano learning app that was that expensive. And it really just didn't have that personal feel of having a teacher. So you can either spend it on an app or you can spend it here with me. I hope that that special offer really entices you to join us, okay? That special enamel pin is gorgeous and it's going to be wonderful when it's finished. I can't wait to mail you one. And you get to vote. Patron's Choice Piano Lesson. That's really, really important, okay? Once we get enough patrons going on that special offer, you guys will get to choose. So consider joining us on Patreon. All right. And obviously, don't forget to subscribe. That's like the easiest thing you can do here. So join us. It's very easy. We are live right now. And you can just hit that button right there to subscribe. Make sure that you get all the notifications, hit the little bell and all of those things that they've got here on YouTube to make sure you know it's piano time, okay? Excellent. And then last, we've got the Discord server. This is the heart of my piano teaching community. I love interacting with you on Discord. That's so much fun. We do events. We have, fun little games that we play. We share pictures of our pets. It's just a lot of fun. So I'd love to see you there too. All right. Well, we are finished. So to close our lesson for today, we've got our music quote. Our music quote today comes from the German musician and philosopher Albert Schweitzer. And this is what he says. There are two means of refuge from the misery of life: music and cats. Isn't that hilarious? Now, some of you this week have been lucky enough to see Simon, my cat. He's been hiding in the music room as I've been doing lessons, and he'll just pop up randomly during a student's lesson and meow and try to walk on the piano. I'm telling you, there's something about cats that just makes you giggle and smile. that's definitely something that heals, like, some not so great days, right? Cats make you smile, and the piano and music makes you smile. So I hope you enjoyed that quote. That was such a funny one. Thanks for joining me today for Children's Piano. I'm excited to bring this week after week. I will see you all on Discord, and hopefully some of you join us, some patrons, and I will see you all very soon, okay? Take care.